such a terrible place to cross through it. It was a French term that meant bad land.
I do say this, our defense is not only strong, it is awesome. We all know the atomic bomb is very dangerous.
Oh my gosh.
We're gonna have to spend some time there.
Yeah, not on this trip, but we'll find another time to stop and go visit the national park that is part of the Archway. Over the place. I don't know. Yeah, it's some sort of farm equipment. Yeah. Like the base of farm equipment, but look at it move. What?
Freaky.
That is so scary. Like, I'm scared to pass. I'm scared for you to pass. Oh my gosh.
I'm gonna pass. Is that a Honda Ridgeline?
As we've traveled for a longer period of time now, we realize that there are different seasons or chapters or phases of RVing where you have, like what Corey said, he called it like winter mode, and you're kind of kept in a certain location, and then you get to go towards like adventure mode where you're moving towards the unknown, and it just gives you a sense of excitement to be able to go find something new again.
And that's what we just started.
Correct.
So we have been in winter mode, and we just left, and we don't actually know where we're going, which might be terrifying to you, but it's exciting. The unknown is just, it's exciting. So
it is. And that's what's worked for us traveling. We don't book everything out. We're not trying to make sure that every campground and every date is booked out. Mostly because so many unexpected things come up, and we want the flexibility to be able to go and meet people or find something that we didn't even know was there.
A place that we really like, so we want to stay longer. Or we find a place that we don't like, so we just leave. We always have an ultimate goal. Like right now, our ultimate goal is that ranch in Wyoming. We fill in the blanks as we go.
Exactly.
So right now, one of the blanks that we're going to fill in is we're going to head towards the Badlands.
Corey mentioned that we're heading out to Wyoming. This is a ranch that we volunteered at last year, and some of these places that were so wonderful for us in the first year of travel have kind of become repeats. We've realized that there are places that we want to go back to, and I think that it's become what we would call like road traditions. Traditions are the key to family life, or for our family anyways, and so we've found that this is how we introduce traditions while we're traveling full-time.
The Outpost,
yes,
the Outpost is one of those places. This whole adventure driving on the road is nice, but you still need some, you still need a rock, you still need some stability.
Stability.
With stability.
Constant stability. Yeah.
That's better. Finally.
Wow, we got it on film too, that's crazy.
I think my insides are being shaken into liquid.
It makes you angry.
It makes him angry. It makes me feel a little queasy.
Why would you build a road in sections that makes you go like this?
But I'm really glad it's over. Ooh, that's nice.
Oh,
Daddy just pulled over on the side of the road because there's a motorcyclist that looks like he's out of gas. How far away is he?
He's like way up there.
I know. But he's coming downhill, so he should be able to coast a little bit.
We don't have much, but we might have some.
Let's see if we can get him some gas. Is he out of gas?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, just a squirt. Take it all, don't. It's like a half a gallon in there.
All right.
No. Take care.
Thank you for
Safe travels.
No problem.
Back at a Walmart. I think a storm's coming. Why are you lifting this up with it still attached?
It adds a little bit of stability and it takes the weight off the truck. So there's no sense in having weight on the truck when you don't have to.
So we just lift it up a little bit.
If you have elevation differences, nose down, because you can always raise the tongue up and level out.
Gas Buddy. Gas is $2.85 is the cheapest everywhere except for this one gas station. $2.63. Not only does this place have very inexpensive gas compared to everything else, there's potable water at one of the gas pumps.
Yeah, so we're just gonna fill up. We're like 60 miles away from where we want to be, so we might as well fill up some tanks.
This is awesome.
Who is this?
Who's singing?
Yeah.
Donuts, freshly baked, and coffee. Doesn't that sound good right now?
What does it say? I want to stop when it gets just over
That
2/3.
sounds
Okay.
good.
2/3. Perfect.
What's it say?
Just hit 2/3.
Just at 2/3?
Yep.
I don't want to fill it.
Okay.
I know who this is.
Yeah.
Tay-Tay. Why can't I think of who that is?
I don't know.
We're gonna have to figure it out.
Yeah. We're terrible. It's Nickelback.
Yeah, I don't know how we didn't think of Nickelback.
I don't know why I couldn't think of that name.
Nickelback is epic.
Yes.
So one other thing, it's crazy in South Dakota how the land changes from being just super flat to
hilly.
Rolling grassy hills.
Amazing.
They're just absolutely beautiful.
Stunning.
And today is exceptionally pretty because of all of these clouds. Show them the clouds.
Yeah, come on.
It's perfect. Ah, it's gonna be
Go
good.
out west.
So what are we, 60 miles or something away from the Badlands?
Yep. Let's go.
Let's go. This place looks pretty awesome. You can see all the different boondockers like off in the distance. Hopefully there's a spot for us.
Oh my gosh. Are you kidding me? Wow.
Yeah, you like
Lily's
it?
happy. All right, let's go figure out where we're gonna put this thing.
right over here. There's one over. Boom!
Oh my gosh, that was so cool.
That was awesome. It sounds like they're coming over by the cows.
They might be.
We've been here a couple days. This landscape is just dramatic is the best term for it, but it still doesn't do it justice.
Doesn't cover it.
So I'm trying my best to capture it. You see storms just coming in from like way off in the distance, and we had a really cool lightning storm that we shared with some new neighbors.
Yeah.
So the lightning storm was just really neat. It was far away, so I don't think we were in any danger, but
but it was a beautiful show. The kids had a blast.
It was like sitting around a fireworks show. It was really neat.
This morning, some friends of ours that we actually hadn't seen since Alaska came and got a spot right next to us. So we're really excited that Jason and Karen and their daughter Annalise from Our Adventuring Life are here. And tomorrow we're all going to go together and check out the Badlands National Park, because we're actually parked outside of the national park, as well as the Minuteman Missile Visitor Center. We did want to go and check out the silos, but you have to have reservations and they were booked out for about 2 months. That is the downside sometimes of how we travel, is that because we don't make reservations, sometimes we miss out on things like that. So we'll just have to come back another time and hope we can get a reservation. But tomorrow we're gonna go check out the national park.
So weird to leave your stuff, your house,
on the edge of a cliff, no less. And I think it's more comforting that there are a bunch of other RVers out there, because it's such an awesome community. Everyone looks out. We're gonna go to a couple visitor centers and do a couple hikes with Jason and Karen and their daughter today, and we're gonna take the Badlands Loop Trail, which is supposed to be this really beautiful road. So let's go do some exploring. This place is incredible.
It's so cool.
Incredible.
Prepares to face attack on its cities. Shelter zones are being established and marked with... Well, I do say this. Our defense is not only strong, it is awesome. The enemy who apparently knows no mercy and who has signified his intention to conquer the world under the banner of communist imperialism.
But it is crazy that in the not too distant past, like, this was like a life. This is how people lived with this possibility.
We all know the atomic bomb is very dangerous. First, you duck, and then you cover.
And first the turtle was very alert. When danger threatened him, he never got hurt. He knew just what to do. He ducked and covered.
This is just like the movie A Blast from the Past with Brendan Fraser.
It's so funny.
The little boy. 30 years later.
In 1962, the threat of nuclear war drove the Weber family underground. For 3 decades, they lived a fairly normal life. The time has come.
I wish that I could meet a girl.
For Adam to step out.
Eve, can I skate?
I think the craziest thing that they told us today that I didn't know, and I don't know if you knew it, in like 1983, there was a miscommunication, and it was upon one Russian soldier.
Back in 1983, this is Stanislav Petrov. He was an officer for the Soviet Union.
The man who saved the world.
Yeah, that guy saved us all.
He saved
and then he got fired.
the United States, and then he got kicked out of the military of the Soviet Union. Of course. So crazy. But like, if he had followed their protocols, he would have launched missiles and started a nuclear war. That's insane. It's unbelievable.
Of course he got fired. He saved us all, and then he got fired.
Yeah. Crazy.
We got to get that quintessential sign photo now. You got to take them. You have to take them.
Would you like a map today?
Yes, please. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I mean, come on.
Look, it's what our spot looks like.
That's right. It looks just like our campsite. This is amazing. Are you kidding? Whoa.
That's pretty cool, huh?
I'm not a fan of heights. Oh my gosh. Okay.
Isn't this great?
This is fantastic.
This is scaring you. You'll swim with an alligator, but this is scaring you.
Yeah. I'll be with Casper all day. Nope. Nope.
I like the hang time.
You start to get the lean and I'm like,
despite how sharp his teeth are. And Oreodont means mountain tooth. And the reason their crowns are so high is because they were browsers. They chomp down like this rather than grind. Oh. And that's the difference between sheep and deer versus a horse. Gotcha. If you guys go hiking, this is what you guys will most likely find. Wow. And the best way to, if you guys are looking for fossils, look for their teeth because they will always be this brown color.
Wow. Okay. Oh, look at all these nasty bugs. We gotta get this thing washed.
We absolutely love visitor centers. There is so much information to be gained. Our favorite part is like the history of the people that used to be in these places. Like talking about how the Badlands are it's such a harsh place to live, and the Lakotas like thrived here.
It's because they figured out how to use horses.
That's right. That's right. The French were the first Europeans to come here, which apparently is where the term came from because it was such a terrible place to cross through it. It was a French term that meant bad land. They thought it was so awful. But the...
Oh, tell me to buckle up.
Buckle! Unfortunately, this is the area where the Lakotas were pretty much wiped out.
Typical American fashion, we kicked out the Indians and killed all the buffalo.
Later on, the government for $18 would give you 160 acres of land out here.
If you lasted 5 years, you got to keep the 160 acres.
For $18.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we are pulling into, what is this hike called?
This is called Notch Trail. It's supposed to be like one of the best ones here in the park, so we're excited to go walk through the Badlands. Whoa. That's amazing. He was time-lapsing up the hill.
That wasn't too bad.
That hike was not bad at all.
That was a solid 80-foot elevation gain. So
it was good for us. We're good.
Feeling strong. It's like a moonscape almost.
It
I don't
is.
know what the moon looks like.
We're guessing.
Not. It's
We're
alien
guessing.
for sure. Just remember, this is for Instagram. Okay?
I will die for an Instagram.
Best father speech ever. Just remember, it's for Instagram.
Took me hours to climb up this mountain. It looks like a toilet.
It either looks like a seat or a toilet.
Yeah.
I feel like this is more dangerous.
Think so?
Yeah.
Yeah, girls, hold on to the cables on the side.
Yeah, hold on to the cables.
Don't hold on to because you can grasp them better. Well done, guys, well done.
That's a cool hike.
That was really good. It's called the Badlands Loop Road.
Yes.
And there's tons of trails to take and hikes, and if you just want to drive it, it's great. If you want to bring your trailer, we tested it out. There were tons of RVs out there.
If you're coming down 90, you can just hit 240 in Wall and just do the loop from there, and then you'll get spit right back out on 90 at the Minuteman missile site. So,
which we highly recommend stopping at.
You can do it all like we just did. We took a couple hikes, 3 hikes.
Yeah.
And we did 2 visitor centers, and we did it all in a day. So if you're just stopping through, stop with your RV, stop with your car, stop however you want to stop. So as far as the Minuteman goes, it's just crazy to think about. It just wasn't that long ago, raising your kids in that type of situation. And then I think about it like, are we raising our kids in any different situation? Every generation has its scares, I guess.
Yeah.
And I guess our scares is social media, really.
Social media.
It's scary.
Yeah,
so
there's a lot of stuff.
I think every generation raises their kids in a challenge, and stuff like that is our challenge for this generation.
Definitely, and it's our job as parents to guard them the best that we can, and to try to protect them from things, and keep them aware of what's going on, and educating them when they're able to understand those things. And for us, this lifestyle was the best way for us to do that and to raise our kids. So we love that they get to visit these places and learn about the history of the world, really. I mean, that's world history, as well as the history of this country.
So right now we're not going to learn history. We're going to go
eat donuts.
Eat donuts at Wall Drug here. The nice tourist trap. I like it. So we're heading to Wall Drug. I don't really think that's a great breakfast, but it's a great breakfast.
This is my dream pet.
That's your dream. Oh, so cute.
Do I fit in the West better now?
Yeah, I remember you having
The first RV. You gotta know, like, act like you're bumping right.
Are you ready to go to Wyoming and ride some real horses? Okay. I mean, this one's really nice and all, but this is the South Dakota Jackalope, normally seen throughout the Badlands.
Look at this thing. The story behind Wall Drug is entrepreneurship to like its finest.
Yeah, it's like the American dream for sure.
Ted and Dorothy, they were married, and they bought a drugstore in Wall, South Dakota for $3,000, and they gave it 5 years, and they were doing terribly, and they had 6 months left of their 5 years. Dorothy decided one super hot afternoon to put a sign out on Route 16, which is now Route 90, because people were driving by all the time to go to Mount Rushmore, because that was there. So she put a sign out to advertise free ice water, and since the day they put it out, they have been busy ever since.
Right, very successful. So go check it out. It's a fun visit, even if you just go in for an hour and just like walk through the maze of stores and get a donut or just get 5-cent coffee.
Oh yeah,
it's
there's
worth
a bunch
the stop.
of weird stuff to look at, and it's tons of room for RVs too, so it's an easy, quick stopover. Tons of room. Girls, what'd you think?
Well, I love the pictures. Pictures are my favorite.
Yeah, all the pictures, all the history. I want to think that I would have been one of the ones that got in a covered wagon and went across country.
You definitely would have been.
I mean, I think there's a good chance. I mean, we're kind of proving that we're doing it now, but it's a little safer these days.
It's a little more comfortable than being in a covered wagon going across the U.S.
So that's it. That's Wall Drug. Since we rolled up here, I've wanted to get down to the floor of this little canyon area.
He doesn't stop talking
it doesn't
about
look like a lot of people go down there because it doesn't really look safe.
You think?
And it wasn't safe. We did it. That's all I wanted to do was get to the base of this. So me and Jason went down to the base with his dog Kenya.
Yep.
It was just us because it was a little sketchy, and I figured there would be snakes down there, which there were, but you could see them. Ever since visiting the visitor center,
right,
and then hearing about all the fossils around, I thought there might be a good chance to find some. And we did. We found an Oreodont, the exact thing that we looked at.
That she was working on when we were at the visitor center.
Yeah.
It's so cool.
So we found almost a full skeleton. So we recorded the location and sent it off. So it's just exciting.
Yeah.
It was exciting.
Super fun.
I've never found anything like that before.
Tomorrow we are headed out of this amazing campsite. It's going to be really sad to leave, but we have some really fun things planned. We're going to meet up with our friends again in a couple days at Custer State Park. We're going to go check out Mount Rushmore and Wind Cave, and it's going to be really fun to be caravanning again with friends. I'm excited about that.
This place has just been incredible.
It's been awesome. So we're going to head to bed and get ready for our trip tomorrow. We'll see you soon.
Didn't even get off his bike to fuel. That's efficiency right there.
That's right.
It's looking pretty bad over there. Get it?
The Badlands. Pun intended.